Morning folks, I've got my dad here today. Well, he's been for a couple of days and he's done some jobs for me and I didn't record any of it, so that's just useless, isn't it? So I'm at the door and he is down the engine bay. He's going to stick some insulation back onto the side that's come loose. And what else has he done? He's put some insulation on my hatch because that was bare metal, and like fixed some hinges and things like that, and just little bits in the boat that was going wrong and too busy to fix it myself, so he's come around and given me a hand. So just show you him down an engine bay. There he is, hiding, doing a sterling job. And here is the hatch he's done. You probably can't see it. Oh, you can. He's put this insulation on it, so that'll be good. I've got the heating on, so if you can hear that noise, that's where the heating is. It's a bit awkward in there, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So let's have a look at what else my dad did for me. So he put me this bolt in here because I've been so fed up of, there was a little wedge at the bottom and every time you walk past it fell out, or if you knocked into the door because it's got, like, you know, coats on and stuff, it would fall shut, and it was just really irritating. So now I've got this beautiful bolt which just holds it because it's on a weight, it's on a chain, so it's just got this beautiful bolt, which is fantastic. Well chuffed with that. What was hilarious though is that the hole of the plate wasn't large enough for the bolt to go through, which I just thought was hilarious. So cheap quality stuff. What else did he do? So he adjusted these cupboard doors for me because this hinge was falling out, so it's a really rubbish hinge. Let's have a look. These hinges, they're just so cheap. And one had bent, so he adjusted that, and you can see here it's got some wood in it, so we've wedged some cocktail sticks in there to help with the wood, because the wood's splitting, you can see. So, you know, it's a temporary job, but it'll do the trick for now, which is great. And what else? The other thing was in the kitchen. So let's go up the far end. So I can't remember if I mentioned splashbacks to you. I wanted to do new splashbacks, so they were all black, which I think you can still see this end. There you go. They were black splashbacks, which were metal, which I just hate. I hate black anything, because it just looks so dark and you can't see the dirt or the spiders. So now it's white. So we've still got to put silicone at the bottom, but yeah, white splashbacks, which just made a big difference actually. And I think it looks alright because it matches the white of the cupboards. And there's one over this side as well. So this one is, he ran out of splashbacks, so this is a bit small. This is actually window, like PVC window edging, but it works, and we can either just leave that like that, because you can't really see it when you're standing up, or paint over it. So yeah, that was just stuck in with no more nailsy stuff. So yeah, perfect. I'm well chuffed with that. I'm not much of a Christmas person, but it's so dark and miserable outside. I thought, hey, I've got lights, I'll put them up. So this is going to be my first Christmas on the boat. So I've put some string lights up. It's not very well, to be honest, because yeah, no planning in this head about where they're going to go. I kind of just start and then start. So we've got them along here. I'll show you the rest of them. So we have the start. They don't look too spectacular. Ignore the dirty cloths just hanging up. They go all the way along and they kind of drop down, and then I have this like hole. When I came to the boat, these lights were all the way along the gunnels, but they just gathered loads of dust, so I took them down. But now I have them for Christmas. So go through that hole, and then I've just kind of laid them on the floor because that's quite nice. Because if I sit at my normal place, you can kind of see them. Yeah, they really don't look that special in the daylight. On camera they look terrible, but they look quite nice in person. And then up here we've got some little ones. So those long ones are on USB. These little ones, this little string is on batteries. So they go all the way along. Look, I found this great method. Pegs. And then they can kind of just sit in my little thing. It's a bit broken, which is why I've got elastic bands around it, but it does the trick. And then I have some that are for outside use. So if I stick them on, and then we'll go have a look outside. It's very still out here today. There they are. Just around the entrance. They are on, but you can't tell. Yeah. So very chuffed with that. Happy Saturday, everybody. And it's a really cold one. I don't think you can see my breath on camera, but I can see it in front of me. So I'm not kidding. It's 4 degrees this morning on the boat. Now I put my that's with my central heating is supposed to be been on for 2 hours. But I've just got up and turned it on again, and it's not firing. So that's just great, isn't it? I don't know why. I've got plenty of diesel. I'll check the diesel and just check it's not frozen. The only thing I can think of is that I had my friend, engineer friend, came and looked at the engine yesterday, and he was in and out of the engine bay, but I can't see how that would have done anything. It's nowhere near. The boiler is in there, but nowhere near where the engine bit is. So I think that's just a coincidence. So that's a bit annoying. So I'll just check that, I don't know, the diesel hasn't frozen or something, because that's possibly what's happened. But yeah, so that's great. So I'll have to put the fire on instead. Now I don't like the fire on 24/7 because it's filthy and I'm breathing that crap in. So yeah, I do like to use the heating, and also I want the boat warm before I get up, which I would have to get up to put the fire on, and I'm too much of a wuss to try and get the fire to be hot all the way through the night because I think it's going to burn the boat down. So yeah, so the year I decide to live on a boat is obviously the year the planet has decided to make us all sit up and listen to climate change. So we're going to fry in the summer and freeze to death in winter. So yay, that's just great. So yeah, now I'm going to go and try and troubleshoot the central heating. I might just give up, put the fire on, get some breakfast, chill out for a bit, have a cup of tea or something, and then worry about the heating, because I just don't think I can worry about something else right now. It's just another thing to go wrong. So I might just do that and yeah, not worry about it for an hour or so. On the plus side, as I mentioned, my engineer friend came and had a look at the engine yesterday, and yeah, some really good news with that. He's found some on one of the injectors. Now don't panic, it's not the injector, he doesn't think, but there's a bolt with a washer on it, and that is just basically squirting oil everywhere. Not oil, diesel everywhere. So he thinks it's the actual washer that's gone. So he's going to look up the parts book and see if he can get a washer for it, and try that. So, and some of the gaskets, he said, are just crumbled away when he took the side plate off the engine. So that's good news. So he's going to replace that hopefully, and we'll see if that works. And then yeah, we'll have a functioning engine again, which will be really exciting. But he took out 6 litres out of the oil sump, so there was 6 litres extra. So the amount of diesel that, I mean, that's the third lot that's been taken out. I mean, I told you about the 17-litre one, and it's just like, what the hell? So the amount of diesel that I've paid for to go into the oil sump is just unbelievable. I've probably got an empty diesel tank now. And no, that's not the reason why my central heating isn't firing. I have a separate central heating tank, just in case any of you are wondering that. With good reason, by the sounds of it, because if my, diesel's been squirting everywhere else, I wouldn't have any left. But yeah, at least it's a lovely sunny day. I don't think if you can see. Yeah, you can. It looks lovely out there, doesn't it? Lovely and cold, that's for sure. Anyway, yes, breakfast and coffee time, and I'll put the fire on. At least the fire still works. Small mercies, eh? So, a job for today. I'm finally getting around to cleaning the last radiator. So I've got a handy radiator brush and I've got my handheld vacuum. And I'm basically just, yeah, you can't see the lights terrible, but you can see where I've done like in each section, and then I'll go through the middle and clean that. But it was so disgusting. It had like old like a toothpick in there and like hair bubbles and stuff. It was absolutely disgusting. So then I can, when it's clean, I can put the radiator back on and it will help move the heat the space better. That is after I've worked out what's wrong with the heating, of course. Just gone to get some wood and kindling, and I thought I'd just show you what a beautiful evening it is. I mean, I say beautiful, it's kind of raining, but look, I've got my lights, my little Christmas tree. And the canal's frozen. Let's go have a look. Oh, Marina, the canal's probably frozen too. You can actually see the bit that's moving, and then where the reflection goes a bit weird, it's frozen beyond that. And the lights on in the dry dock look really nice. Really beautiful.